All right, you're never going to believe this, but they got bubblegum flavored methamphetamine now. Let's get into it. All right, tweakers, where y'all at? It's time to stop boosting your items, take a step away from the Harley Davidson Road Glide that you're taking apart, and listen up. So in Kentucky, law enforcement just seized a large batch of pink-looking methamphetamine. That's right, pink methamphetamine. Back in the day, the old-timers used to call it pink champagne, pink panther, and any other pink conundrum that you can think of. Now, most people would think, oh, this has something to do with the potency. You had that pink stuff, dude? That pink stuff is fucking fire, mud. No, it has nothing to do with that. But when you're talking crank, not P2P, it could mean that the pseudoephedrine, the red pseudoephedrine tablets, were broken down and the dye residually stayed inside of it. Or they just deliberately put dye and food coloring inside of it to make it different, to appeal to the ladies, because who doesn't like some colorful looking drugs? Right? But let's talk about different colors of methamphetamine and what they might mean. So if you have a yellowish, brownish batch of methamphetamine, that could mean that some of the residual chemical byproducts are still inside of it, like the iodine or the phosphorus, the red phosphorus. And it can also mean that they just overheated the batch. They cooked it. They made it crispy. You know what I mean? I'll have eggs and two shards of crispy methamphetamine. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, that's how you can tell with that stuff, okay? Now, we've seen the blue. We've seen the Heisenberg, right? The blue's gotta be potent, bro. That shit hits, bro. The way that he did that. No, there's a lot of different ways that you can get to the end result of a methamphetamine batch, from the shake and bake, the crank, the P2P, the ammonia nitrate, if you know, you know. And it never turns blue. So this would be another deliberate act of putting flavoring or food coloring into the methamphetamine to try and separate their batch. That's what they're doing. And some bosses, hefes, they try to see where it ends up circulating so they can find new demographics. So if law enforcement seizes it in one part of the country, they're like, oh shit, I made it all the way from Mexico to Minnesota with the tacos and the water. You know what I mean? But this happens in all sorts of different drugs, from cocaine to fentanyl. We've seen purple fentanyl, blue fentanyl, the pink cocaine, the yellow cocaine. And a lot of times it's just criminal organizations who are trying to label their batch so you know who you got it from. You got that pink, you got it from me, boss. You got that potent pink. So guys, has nothing to do with the potency whatsoever. It's just a way to separate yourself from the crowd. And they're just trying to market to your girlfriend. Give me a follow though, because I'm sick.